Welcome to Computer Science Principles. I'm Debbie Collins. I am your instructor for this semester. And this video is about how to get started in the course. We see here the course homepage. You have some navigation links here to the left. And in the center of the course homepage, this will be changing every week. I will be adding weekly links for the work that you're going to be doing. Also to the right, Canvas will add these to-do links to remind you of things that you should do. Instead of directly accessing the assignments over here to the right, that you go through this page here that I've created. Let's get started with our syllabus. You can access the syllabus here or here. Same syllabus. Okay, again, I'm Debbie Collins. I am not on campus. I have retired from teaching many years at Blackhawk College, but I still have the opportunity to teach some online sections, which I truly enjoy. And I will be using the announcements to send announcements throughout the semester on things that are coming up. What materials do you need? Well, you need the Computer Science Illuminated 7th edition text. It is required text. Software, luckily, is freeware, and as we get to the parts of the course where you will be needing this, directions will be given on how to install this software. Optionally, since we will be creating Android applications using App Inventor software, if you happen to have an Android phone or an Android tablet, you will find it pretty easy to test your applications and fun to use your applications that you'll be developing. If you do not have an Android, you're not out of luck because the software provides an emulator, so you could test it within your Windows computer or your Mac computer. For the small basic, which you see is optional, if you decide to work on the small basic labs that I'm providing for you, a Windows operating system will be needed. If you are on a Mac, let me know and I'll provide a workaround for that. So Computer Science Principles is not just a programming course, but we're going to get you started on the logic of computational thinking, which is required for programming or for networking or for hardware support. Let's get down to what we're going to work on through the semester. Now, this is a new layout for the course. And we'll see how it goes. Sorry that you guys are the guinea pigs for this. But this course will have a set of core assignments. You notice that you should attempt all of the core assignments. Completing the core assignments, only the core assignments, and not these optional assignments, however, will earn you a highest possible grade of C. And if we go down our syllabus, you will see what percentages you need to earn a C. So within the core assignments, we will have some written assignments. I will be dropping the lowest written assignment. So these written assignments will cover the presentation of the material from the textbook. We will also have labs. The lowest lab will be dropped, and so examples of labs is your App Inventor programs that you will be writing that will run within an Android. I have a lab that uses a simulator. Chapter 4, you'll be learning a little bit about circuits, so you'll be building some circuits through your simulator. Also, we have some data labs and other labs. These are just some examples. There will be at least several labs every week for you to work on. Each week you will have several discussion postings to reply to, and this will cover, it could cover your labs, concepts from your labs. It could cover concepts from the presentation of the textbook material. You are college students, so I'm looking for good grammar. I'm looking for no copy and paste. I'm looking for some thoughtful reflections for the discussion postings. We will have some quizzes. So an example of a quiz topic could be a review of concepts covered in the lab, or we could review some of the presentation of the material from the textbook. And the quizzes are very short. They're not proctored. You can use your book However, you are on the honor system for open book quizzes, and that means you must take the quiz independently. No sitting next to someone else in the class and answering together. I want you to learn, okay? So do this independently. Don't share the answers with other students. So that's your quizzes. At the end of the semester, we will have a semester project. You're going to create your own App Inventor program from your own ideas. I think you'll have fun doing that. There are only 2 exams, the midterm and the final exam. They're written exams, and they will be proctored. Finally, I have a lot of extra credit interspersed throughout each of the units, so you can do these extra credits, and they will apply to the core assignment section of your work. Next is the optional binary quiz. I do recommend that you try the binary quiz. Some students, very few, have a problem scoring at least 70%. If you pass with at least 70% and don't work on the small basic labs, you can earn a B in the class. Okay? Now, this binary quiz is proctored, and you may take it as many times as you like. If you see you don't get that 70% the first time, just study up and then go try it again. Another optional section of the course are the small basic labs. But if you're really thinking you're going to go into computer science or into some area of computer programming like web development, I recommend that you attempt these small basic labs. So if you do the core assignments with a certain percentage, and that's coming up, do the binary quiz and do the small basic labs, you can earn up to an A. So below that, you will see how to earn an A. 90% in the core assignments, 70% or higher in the binary quiz, 80% or higher in the small basic labs. With the approach that I have here, it's 2 possible ways, for example, for you to get a B. It depends on if you tried the small basic labs or not. If you did, and let's say you have 50% on the small basic labs, so that will not earn you a B in using approach 2, because approach 2 says, oh, you got 75% or more. But it could earn you a B anyway. I will take those points and apply them to the core assignment section. Okay, now notice you have to have 80% or higher in the core assignment section. Well, let's say that you have 100 points earned in the small basic labs. What I'll do is I'll apply those 100 points to the core assignment section. That's really going to up your percentage in the core assignment section. Let's say you only had 65% in the core assignment section. If you have enough points for me to move over, you're still maybe could get a B, assuming you got that 70% or higher on the binary quiz. So read through each of these directions. I'm going to tell you when you look at your grades, they're going to be estimated because I'm going to have to do some fudging right at the end of the semester, and I will take the approach that is most beneficial to you to earn the highest score. Due dates are a guide, okay? I will be posting the next week's assignment by Monday morning of that week, and most of the due dates I will put down as the Wednesday following that, okay? So not 2 days following, but actually 9 days following the posting. For this online section, nothing's considered late, so assignments will not be marked down if you get it submitted later. However, all assignments are due by 6 p.m. on December 12th. There are no exceptions to that. For assignments that are submitted by the due date, I will attempt to grade them and give feedback to you by the following Monday. Let's say now to this section, help my program's not working. If you have a problem with your program, I'm the go-to person. Your programs are very small. What you could do is send me an email, attach that file, and send me an email with, hey, this is what's going on. Mainly, I don't want you getting frustrated let's say you start working on a program at 5 p.m. and it's midnight, and that can happen because I've been there, and it's still not working, stop and ask me. So send me an email. I will test it and I'll reply to you on what you can do to get that up and running. Eventually, we should have a Tech Time tutor available in the labs for you, and they'll help you if you're stuck on binary, etc. So if you need tutoring in other areas, I will be posting that information once I know it. Time commitment. Okay, the rule of thumb, college courses, you've probably heard other college teachers tell you this, 2 to 3 hours of study for every 1 credit hour. So for a 3 credit hour class, that's 6 to 9 hours per week. However, since this is an online class, you don't have those 3 hours in class. That ups it to 9 to 12 hours a week working on class. Make sure you have that time to commit to success. And have a backup plan. If your computer crashes, what is your backup plan? Think about it right now. What are you going to do? I've provided then on the syllabus a tentative schedule of what we'll be covering. And finally, at the end of the syllabus is general college information if you have any questions about the college. Okay, let's go back to the home button and take a look at what we've got for week 1. So click on this hyperlink. There will be a new hyperlink every week. And I have an overview of what we'll be covering every week. So for example, the very first thing I ask you to do is let me get to know you a little bit better. Please read through what I've posted about me and post a little bit about you, and maybe read through some of the other students. I'll give you what we're covering in the textbook, and you will see some videos. Okay. Oh, here we have some terms from abstraction that's in the reading and a video over that, and then a quiz. In this quiz, you will see is over the video I just presented. Please watch the video. If you go to the quiz and you haven't watched the video yet, guess what? I've got the video posted again, so you have the opportunity to watch it again. For this particular one, there's only 5 questions. I'm giving you 15 minutes. This one's all multiple choice. You get to try it 3 times. Your highest score will be saved. As I said, it is open book, and you're on the honor system for open book quizzes. So do it independently. Following that, go ahead and take a look at the video on computer hardware, and we have some discussion postings. So one of my favorite discussion postings week 1 is called The QC. How was the QC involved in the invention of the computer? I've added the hyperlinks for the video we've already covered, some more information here for you to look at, and just provide a brief answer to that discussion. And the last thing we have on our list are our labs. So you will have our first lab is like a fun little game, actually. So you may have already done this before. It's called Lightbot. But as you're working through it and playing this game, you will be learning the logic of developing a program. And we'll have a discussion on it next week. But as you play this game, the lab, your score for the lab will be based on how you reply to Part C. Some of it might get tougher. There's different levels, just like any game. Some of it might get tougher as you go on. So have fun, enjoy doing that lab. The second lab is just to get you started in App Inventor. Hey, this is App Inventor. Here is the environment. It's a very simple program. I have a video posted that you can just simply follow that video, and you will have your App Inventor program. For App Inventor, for this particular lab, all I'm asking you to do is to get a screenshot of your lab. You're not actually writing any source code yet, just getting used to the development environment. Lastly, for this week is the Small Basic Lab. Again, this is optional, but I do recommend you give it a try. This first one is pretty simple, and kind of step through exactly how to do it. So enjoy that. If you have any questions, shoot me an email at collinsd@bhc.edu. Welcome to class, and have fun learning about computer science.